Welcome back to the Giant Up podcast. I'm so excited to be back here with you guys to bring you season 2, and even more excited to announce the guest we have on today. Sam Prince absolutely cemented himself as a New York Giant legend on NFL Draft Night. Sam, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Joe. Thanks for having me on today. Let's go Giants.
Dude, let's go Giants, man. And you just said a really nice thing to me to start off. I just wanted to say that. You were saying how the tweet I had out about you.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
In your Twitter, you said it was the 3 best things to happen this Giants offseason was a picture of me, Dable, and Shane. That really meant the whole world to me. It was like A, B, and C, or dig down below. It was something like that.
Absolutely, dude. Honestly, for as long as I've been watching the NFL draft, and everyone's been watching the NFL draft, I'm not even going to lie to you when I say this. You really just lit the place up like no one I've ever seen, man. And I'm not even blowing smoke. Like, I swear to God, I was going nuts. I mean, I wanted Kayvon Thibodeau, I think just as bad as you did. I watched you on ESPN. I saw that you said that you wanted it to be Kayvon Thibodeau, and I was feeling the same way. And I also didn't think he would drop. But dude,
I thought he was going to be 2. I thought there's maybe 2, 3, or 4. I thought the whole Trayvon Walker thing was all smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe it. I'm like, how is an edge rusher go that high? Trayvon Walker reminds me a lot of Rashawn Gary, who is just gonna be okay year 1, year 2, but then he's gonna explode year 3 and 4 into a Pro Bowler. And I don't really think that's number 1 overall kind of talent. I mean, I could have seen Hutchinson go number 1 from his talent, from his kind of season that he had, or Kayvon. Honestly, I was shocked that he fell to 5.
I was shocked. I really thought there was no chance. I said it actually earlier on another show that we had before the draft. I was like, I'm dreaming we can somehow get Kayvon Thibodeau, but I didn't think it was possible. I thought definitely we'd end up with.
Let's just talk about this, Joe.
Yeah.
If you would have told Giants fans that we had 2 picks in the draft going into the 2022 draft, and this was, let's just say this is September 1st, and the Giants wind up with Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal, I would have said, dude, we have picks 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Think about that.
That's a great point, dude. Because arguably, those were the best 2 players at their respective positions. I mean, some people think Evan Neal's the best offensive lineman in the draft, and some people think Kayvon Thibodeau's the best edge rusher in the draft.
I think Neal's the best lineman in the draft, and I think Kayvon's the best edge rusher in the draft, easily.
I agree. I mean, those are the 2 people I wanted going in. I was trying to be more realistic. I thought that Kayvon Thibodeau would be off the board. Maybe we'd end up with Sauce. I wasn't 100% sure.
My realistic, I'm going to pull up my draft board from in the morning of. I was texting with my uncle. You know, he was telling me good luck with the draft and all that stuff, and we were texting about it. I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah, pull it up because
I want to say. Mine, I said number 1, Akeem. I thought he was going to the Jags because they got Kirk in the offseason. They're putting more money in Lawrence. I just think he's got no protection. I just thought that was easy money. Akeem first. Okay. A lot of people see him being the best lineman. All right, I can see that. And then 2, I had Kayvon because I thought there was no chance that he was going to pass 2. I was surprised. And then because I thought Hutch was going to be either that. Okay, because then I saw Vegas had odds for Aiden Hutchinson going number 4 to the Jets because I thought that meant something because Vegas usually knows. Then 3, I had Stingley.
Yeah.
And then 4, I had Hutchinson. Giants, I had Sauce. And then I had Cross to the Panthers, and I had Neal for the Giants.
Right. That's what most people thought. I mean, most people thought they would probably end up with Evan Neal, hopefully. But yeah, I thought Sauce as well. I just thought there was no chance for Kayvon Thibodeau. Really, I thought there was no chance.
I thought I was going to announce Evan Neal.
Yeah, and let's talk about that.
I was like, I would announce Evan Neal or Akeem McLeod. You're there at the draft. You're at home with the draft, which Kayvon Thibodeau being on the board was like, oh my God, Kayvon Thibodeau's on the board. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I was like, what? I know that sounds so embarrassing. It was more shocking. I was like, no way. There's no way we get him. There's no way we get him. Because if you think about it, Joe Shane did a really smart thing. I'm picking Kayvon Thibodeau was a smart thing. Let's just
Right.
put it out there. But
100%.
he saw there was a run defensive player, so he got the best available defensive player. And then he said, okay, Carolina's going to pick an offensive lineman. We're going to wind up with Neal, Ickey, or Cross. One of those three. Doesn't matter. So they picked Ickey. They got Neal. It was one A, one B.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's why he had the 100%. Yeah, it was just such a smart move. Getting Thibodeau and you have those three offensive linemen left on the board. It's a no-brainer. And dude, I want to say you announced the pick, dude. That's insane. Like, that's insane. That's an insane thing to talk about. Tell me about that. Tell me about leading up to that, man. Like, how surreal of a moment was that?
Surreal is an understatement. I just want to thank Make-A-Wish, my donor family, for helping make this possible. I wouldn't be out here with any of them or my family or all of us support. Getting surprised by Eli, just like coming, or I'm like, you're meeting Eli Manning. It was like, oh my God, you're Eli Manning. And like people tell me, you meet a celebrity, you can't like say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But like, I would like almost shake it.
Yeah.
And then after he left, I was like, oh my God, that was Eli Manning. Let's go.
Yeah.
He gets people, like my friends, like, and you're so passionate. What would you do if you met Joe Shane and Dabes and all those guys? I said, I would tell them what I think of the team.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I did. And I did. And then I was like, I yes sir moment. I was so caught off guard. And then really everything else happened. I went in the green room with Goodell. Goodell was really nice. A lot of people say he's a jerk, but he's not a jerk at all. He's a really nice guy.
And you met a ton of people at the draft. I mean, I watched the video. You met like Travis Kelce. I saw you met Ice Cube for a second.
Travis is awesome. I go up to Travis. I'm like, Travis, I know you get this a lot, but thank you for single-handedly winning me my fantasy league and single-handedly destroying one in the same week. Saying, oh, my pleasure, my guy.
That's awesome. That's unbelievable. Yeah, he's a
Ice Cube was so cool. I met him for about a minute. It was so, I was like, you're Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube. That's crazy. Because it was in Vegas, right? So you went to Vegas. My God, dude. And then you went nuts with Kayvon Thibodeau on stage too. Did you get to meet him? Did you get to talk to him at all?
Yeah, I've talked to him at the practice. He's a really nice guy. I gotta say, the one thing I was surprised by, he's lean.
Yeah.
I just think like he says that like he's muscular, like he's jacked. Like he's jacked.
Right.
But you see him in normal clothes, you wouldn't think he's a football player.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah. Because he's just like, he's so fast too and athletic, and he has that second level speed. Like, dude, I'm so pumped that we have him on the team, man. I didn't think it would be possible.
I didn't think he was making past. I couldn't even think it.
Yeah. I honestly did not. I wasn't even allowing myself to talk about him before the draft.
I allowed myself to talk about it a while ago, but then I was like, okay, it's gonna be Sauce.
Yeah. My God.
And if we got if Sauce is the best defensive player on the board that the Giants were gonna pick, either him or Kyle Hamilton, I would be really okay with that. Yeah. I thought we could maybe got Hamilton at 7 and Neal at 5. I thought that was a possibility.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with what we got.
I'm really happy with what we got, honestly. So how is it meeting? Because you've got to hang a couple of times with Dable and Shane.
Right.
So how is it hanging out with them?
Oh, they're awesome.
They're awesome. They seem, from the video, they seemed like cool dudes,
Oh, yeah. Can't say anything bad about them. They are really amazing people there. And they're really going to turn this franchise around.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. It's been tough the last few years. And you got to also go to like a day at OTAs. Was it OTAs?
Yes, it was.
How was that?
Fantastic.
What was it
going
like?
To the players? I'm like, oh my God, you're Saquon. I'm like, I see him, like I was talking to him, like, you're Saquon Barkley. I'm like, you're Sterling Shepard in my head. I'm like, I watch you on TV. I had Saquon on my fantasy team. It's like, it's just in like real life. It's so weird. I mean, like there are normal people too, but it's just so cool still.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. Like, yeah, you watch these guys on TV, like through a screen, and you never even dream of seeing them in person. And then you just got to go straight to OTAs. I mean, that's awesome. It's amazing. And I think we share I think we share the same favorite player of all time. I think was yours Eli Manning.
Of course.
Yeah, that was mine too. I mean, like he was at like he was just he was the reason I started watching football and like started watching the Giants in general. I mean, I started around like 2007, that first Super Bowl when they won that, because my dad's a huge Giants fan. So that kind of just got me like really locked in, started loving Eli Manning. And you said you were more around 2011-ish?
Yeah, I remember the Giants beating the Patriots. I remember the David Tyree catch more so the game. I remember that moment. Remember exactly watching where I was. I'm like, they won.
Yeah, yeah.
Little me didn't know what was going on.
Right.
If
Yeah,
I was
really...
if I was crazy fan back then, I think I'd be crying in happiness.
Oh yeah. I always think about that too. Like, could you imagine like being older, especially a game like that against the undefeated Patriots in 2000? Like, could you imagine just being older and actually genuinely experiencing
when
that?
the Giants do, and when the Giants not hopefully, but when they get number 5,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Well, let's win some more games, then we can talk about a Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, what do you think? What do you think their expectations are for this year? What would you like to see from them?
I would like to see a Super Bowl.
Yes.
But do I think that's going to happen? I think in a couple of years it's realistic.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
that I want to see progress from Daniel Jones by week 5.
Mm-hmm.
I know that may be a little harsh, but you've had 3 years. You look, is he gonna be a guy who's going to say, okay, just had horrible coaching? Because how many excuses can we give him?
Right.
I also want to talk about Saquon Barkley. Look, going into year 5, number 2 overall, he needs to have a great season.
Yeah.
Because, or else those 2 guys aren't on the team. It's just about that simple. And let's just talk about this line. We'll get to the defense in a second. Don't worry, defensive fans. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
When was the last time the Giants had a average offense at best?
It's been a long time. It's been horrible.
It's here. We're not. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, this line sucks. 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 It's gonna be middle of the pack. And then the next year it's gonna be even better. When was the last time Giants fans could say, and we had Dave Gettleman who's like, our line is great. No, yeah. Joe Shane is making it offensive lineman, baby. 2022.
I love that. Let's go. Dude, it's been too long since we've had a competent offensive line. And now it finally looks like we have our cornerstones at both tackles, Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal. And now, we're building it from the inside. Dude, I really hope we get that middle. Like, I don't want to say anything that's not going to happen, but I really do believe too that this is going to be the year we see some above average offensive line play. It has to be.
Let's just talk about average, and then we can talk about above.
Right. Let's just be average.
Let's some low ball. Let's set some. Like, I do think we will get to above average by the end of the season, but I mean, oh my god, like this line without Andrew Thomas last year and Nick Gage, the line was terrible.
Oh, dude. Brutal.
Dude, it was painful watching. Andrew Thomas was the MVP last year. He's also my guy.
100%. I've said that too. I've said that. The way he turned it around too, it's amazing.
Best lineman. He's going to be the best lineman from that draft.
Yeah, I agree. I think he will.
Maybe Dave Gettleman did actually make a good pick for once.
He might have made the right choice there. We'll see. I hope so. But
okay, let's talk about this defense. What expectations can we have for defense? I think Leonard Williams is 11.5 sacks.
I agree. I agree that he's going to get back over 10.
I'm big on Leonard Williams. I got to be big on Kayvon.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be the favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think he could. I think he's going to have the opportunity to 100%. You never know how, some of these guys are going to play. Hutchinson, Sauce.
I think Stingley.
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty loaded defensive draft this year early on. But I think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to have a really good shot. Like, he's not going to have all the attention. I think a guy like Azeez Ojulari, who people are talking about too, I think he could have maybe he could step up and have a decent year. And
I think he's having a breakout year too.
I think this could be his year, hopefully, we've been waiting to see that from him. And even guys like Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, I love how their offensive line and their defense. I love
Okay, can we talk? Okay, let's go through the defensive line.
Yeah.
We got Kayvon, who I think is gonna be starting this year.
Yeah, he's got to be.
I'm trying not to be a homer, but I'm really bad at him. Of course.
Yeah.
Not I would tell you the truth, but I just am.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Williams, who's gonna have a bounce back season.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved Leonard Williams. He's such a cool dude.
I've always been rooting for him. Yeah.
And then we got Dexter Lawrence, who he was the only guy on the Giants from the 2019 draft that they gave their fifth option to. So look, he gets his fifth year option this year. See how he plays. Maybe gets a contract extension this year, or maybe he says, you know what, I want to take a risk and play hard and maybe get more money that way. I don't know. We'll see. Right. I also think, look, Aziz.
I'm excited about Aziz.
I'm excited. But look, I'm a big Darnay Holmes guy, and I like Adoree Jackson, but that corner 3 spot is going to be pivotal for the Giants as they see this year.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to be this guy who looks ahead of next year's draft. That's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna go for the cornerback in some big pick. Saying it right now.
That makes sense.
Don't know who. And I hope Flat from LSU. I really like him. Could be a steal. I think he could be a steal, but I think he could be a really good cornerback 2 and sometimes cornerback 1. But I don't know. We'll see. I like Dart. I like this cornerback group. I like this team. I really like this team. You know what this team reminds me of?
What's that?
Nice 8-win team.
Yeah. I mean, that Joe Judge had those expectations last year after year 1 being more competitive. And it was hard.
I'm going to say this. After their almost playoff appearance with the NFC East, my bar was set really high. But then after preseason game 3 against the Pats, I was like, this team's going to be bad.
Yeah. You can tell very early. I don't know if I caught it as early as you. I still had some hope, but.
And it was especially after that football team game.
Oh, that was bad.
I was like, oh no.
That was bad.
And then when you lose the Falcons on Eli Manning Day.
Brutal. There was just nothing. Yeah, I was very frustrated with the Giants pretty early on last year. Was that the first game they played the Broncos? Did they play Denver?
Yes.
Or was that 2 years ago?
No, they played the Broncos first game last year.
Yeah. That's when I was like, all right, I think we might be in trouble. But I am so happy with who they hired this offseason. I was pumped right away. I was praying for Dable. I was praying for Joe Shane because my buddy's a huge Bills fan, and they're just been so well run the last few years. So
we're gonna be such a well-run franchise. I'm telling you, the future is in good hands. I can't say enough good things about this Giants management now. And when was the last time we could say great things about the Giants management?
It's been a while.
Not like the PR people, like the people who run the team, the GM, the coaches, the VP, all that stuff. When was the last time Giants can't be like, okay, we're confident? I'm confident. No, we can't say last year because Dave Gettleman was there.
Right, exactly. We can't still. But
what do you think Dave Gettleman would have done last year?
I don't know. The thing about Dave Gettleman is I actually defended him for a very long time.
I couldn't defend him after a while.
And then after a while, it became extremely hard to defend anything he was doing. I always just tried to say that he wasn't as bad as people said. I never thought he was great, but I didn't
think he was. I knew he was bad. I didn't realize how bad he was.
And then it started to get really bad. And I was like, wow, there's nothing more I can say about this man to defend him. We just got to let him go. And we got to move on, and we got to hope for somebody better.
And we got him in Joe Shane.
It looks like he's better, man. I'm excited about that.
Looks like he is better.
Yeah, we'll see. What do you think about Daniel Jones this year? Then you said by week 5.
I want to know by week 5. I know. I want to know if he's going to be the starting quarterback for next year. I will know.
Yeah,
I think
I'm critical.
You'll have an idea. Maybe not know now. think you'll have an idea. If it's really bad, you'll know he's not playing for the
Yeah.
Giants.
Yeah. I'm definitely more critical of him than other people. I've been critical of him just because I feel like these last 2 years have just been a little bit shaky.
Look, I do think he will play well this year, but I don't know if he'll be good enough to secure the bag.
Yeah. Yeah. And
This
then
is what I could see happen if he plays if he plays okay. I see the Giants re-signing him for a cheap deal and drafting a quarterback and him mentoring him. I see that, but I see it highly unlikely because they had Tyrod Taylor as their backup.
Right. They did get Tyrod, which is interesting. I wonder if Daniel Jones isn't playing well this year, if they go to Tyrod. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I think that's
I have no idea. I'm just doing my own thoughts. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people have been asking me, do you know inside information? I was like, I know no inside information. They do not tell me.
Have people been trying? Yeah, I was about to say, have people been trying to get inside info out of you since this has all happened?
Yeah. Do you know who the Giants are drafting in the second round? If I knew, I would place. If I knew, I'd be very happy that I would not tell anyone.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the them going with Wan'Dale Robinson in the second round?
I love it. I
like it
can't
too.
say enough good thing about Wan'Dale Robinson. I see Wan'Dale Robinson being like a Robert Woods type excellent receiver. And I'm gonna say this right now. I know a lot of people are critical of Kadarius Toney last year, but he's gonna have a breakout season this year.
He is talented. Crazy.
If he stays healthy. Yes.
Yes.
My ceiling for him is Deebo Samuel.
I like that a lot. I mean, we saw it. We saw him have almost 200 yards against the Saints last year,
and Dallas too.
Out of the game. Yeah, Dallas. If he didn't get that was Dallas, he probably would have.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's a player that can be so good in the right system. Yeah. But if he's not in the right system, he's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think he's in the right system this year, so he'll be really good. Last year, look, he wasn't a good system for him. Coach Judge was making plays that he could be good at, and then we saw it. Unfortunately, the injury, it just wasn't going to happen last year.
Yeah, last year was a mess. He was on and off the field the entire year, including the offseason. It was just a weird mess last year. But I think he can turn it around this year as well.
Yeah, last year was a mess. Like, can we just not talk about that?
Yeah, last year was a mess, and we're glad it's in the rear view. You know, we've gotten past all that. We've gotten through all that. And now we've moved on to greener pastures. And so how do you feel, speaking of horrible last years, though? Is Kenny Golladay going to have a bounce back year, or have we seen the best of Kenny Golladay?
I think a bounce back year is anything's better than last year. The man didn't even receive a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think anything's better than last year. I think anything's better than last year. Okay, like I hope he does well.
Yeah, hope he can contribute in some way. You know,
I think he will.
We're paying him enough.
We're paying enough to contribute. He should be contributing more.
Yeah,
I think he will.
Yeah, I think just everything. I think everyone's gonna benefit from the system change and the new coaches, Dable, Kafka. I think Wink Martindale was like the most underrated bring in too. He is a monster. He's a beast.
He is a beast.
The great defensive coordinator. Like, I think it was unbelievable.
I don't even know why he was fired in the first place from the Ravens. It puzzles me.
Crazy. And I actually really like Patrick Graham. I think he was like one of the
I like Patrick Graham, but I had a feeling once Judge was gone that he was going to be gone and somehow.
Yeah.
I was shocked. The moment, but after thinking about it, I had a feeling. I was shocked that he went to the Raiders. How it went down. I thought he was going to become a head coach.
Me too.
I didn't think it was going to be the Raiders. That puzzled me a little bit. But then getting Wink, Wink's far superior defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's a beast. I'm so excited that we got him. I think everyone's just gonna benefit. I think everyone's in a position right now to improve upon last year. And a lot of people don't have that like Kenny Golladay. The expectation, the bar's pretty low now after last year for Kenny Golladay. So
I think the bar's will be higher and higher after each game.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I think it will be. Wow. But dude, My God, I don't even know. I don't even know where to think. Do you think Saquon? I actually put out a poll the other day. Do you think Saquon Barkley's going to have an 1,000-yard season coming up this year?
1,000%. 1,000%. I don't even think that's a question.
We got to keep him healthy though.
Okay. You're in a position where Shane is and so on the other players. Let's just say it's a great season. What do you do with Saquon? How do you keep him on a cheap? What do you say? I want to keep Saquon.
Me too.
You know, I want to figure out a way that we can work, that the Giants possibly work with him. Say, you know what, we want you on this team, but we also want a ring. How do we bring in more players and have you on the team?
God, that's a good question.
Because I don't possibly see a Giants team if he does well without him next year.
Right. I would hope not. Like I was just the biggest fan of Saquon when they took him. I've like after his rookie year where he just looked like literally one of the best running backs in the league. I was just like through the moon about Saquon, and it's been like a heartbreaking 3 years where he's just been.
Dude, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, it's been tough. Like he's just getting killed with injuries every year. So you hope he can find his way back this year. You hope. I mean,
I hope he does.
It's crazy though. That's been the story for most of the guys. Like most of it has been injuries too. A lot of injuries. I think I saw something that the Giants were the most injured team in maybe like the last 5 or 10 years in the NFL.
Well, that improved offensive line, I think those injuries should go down. Hopefully.
Yeah. You'd hope that would hopefully make a difference. Yeah, it's been like everybody. Sterling Shepard, sometimes he's on and off the field. So I hope he can stay healthy too. He's the longest tenured Giant now, which I think is an awesome thing. I mean,
I love tenured players.
Yeah, me too.
Like if you're gonna buy a jersey, I want my player to stay there for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I got an Odell jersey. That doesn't mean much anymore.
No, Odell will always be mean everything to me. He's one of my favorite players.
Dude, I agree.
I think we're gonna see an Odell with the Giants soon. I think, and next couple of years, I think his final season will be with the Giants. I'm telling you, he will have his farewell season with the Giants.
I agree, dude. It needs to happen. I'm so pumped that you like Odell because I have friends that are Giants fans that hate him.
I can't. I say to everyone, why do you hate Odell? Why?
Yeah, there is no reason.
I love Odell.
He was a legend, dude. He was so good.
Number one. Speaking of Odell Beckham Jr., number one Giants fan in the world, LPG. Yes, a lot of people say I'm the number one, but no, it'll always be LPG. This man goes to every single Giants game. Speaking of LPG, he's having his raffle for Odell Beckham Jr., a meet and greet raffle. So partial of the proceeds will be going to tackle kids cancer. The prize is you get to meet Odell and hang out with him and LPG. Pretty cool dude, LPG. Want to meet Odell too. So two of those guys in the same room and me, that would be a dream. And then you also win a pair of game-used cleats from when Odell was with the Giants. So one ticket costs $25, 3 tickets cost $60, and 5 tickets cost $100. 5 tickets cost $100. So that's $20 a ticket.
That's awesome.
For 5 of them. That's a pretty good deal. You should enter. I know you're in California, but you should enter.
That's a great deal. I'm still going to enter. I would love to enter that still. I mean, that's just a great deal and a great prize too.
What are you gonna do if you win?
Oh man, I don't know. What would I do? I'd have to fly back, huh?
Would you fly back for Odell?
Absolutely, I'd fly back for Odell.
Absolutely.
Dude, I would love that. He was my favorite. I got his jersey as soon as they drafted him. Like,
I didn't. I got it when he was rookie of the year.
Yeah. I
got it the year after. I'm sorry, he was rookie of the year. I got it his second season.
Yeah. Like, dude, I love Odell, man. I'm pumped that you like Odell too. But
how do you not love? I don't get people who don't love Odell.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It wasn't his fault. Like, he didn't force his way out of the Giants. Gettleman just traded him after extending him and saying that he wouldn't trade him. He traded him a year later.
Well, we don't have Gettleman, so we don't have to talk about him anymore.
Right. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, man. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? You do a podcast as well, right?
Yeah, I'm going to plug my podcast and say one thing. How awesome are these new Giants unis?
Yeah, dude, they're sick. I tweeted about them yesterday. I tweeted the picture of Saquon in his uniform. Dude, they're awesome, bro. They look
I
sick.
gotta get something. Carl Banks' starter stuff. Have you seen that? That red Belichick jacket. I gotta get one of those.
Who are you gonna get? Who would you think you'd get?
Kayvon.
Yeah, you got to get Kayvon now.
Well, I'm gonna get a Kayvon no matter what. And then who do I get no matter what? I think I'm gonna put a poll out on Twitter on who should I get.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm liking Aziz Ojolari.
Dude, me too. Me too.
I'm liking him, or maybe Leonard Williams or Evan Neal.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. Yeah, the jerseys are so sick. I'm so glad they finally got some. Like they're rolling out some new uniforms. I feel like it's been a while.
New era Giants football.
Yeah, it's a new era. It's a new era. It's an exciting era. We could be excited this year, I think.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for having me on, Joe. Really appreciate it today.
Yeah, dude. I had a blast, man. This was a blast. We got to do it again soon. Can you hear that, by the way?
Yeah. Fire trucks we got.
It's going crazy by my house right now. I live right near a hospital. Oh, my God. They're coming back. Yeah, there's a ton of fire trucks coming down my street right now. This is horrible timing. But, dude, do you have anything you want to plug? You have your podcast, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to plug my socials and my podcast. My podcast is called Prince of the Pod. You can find it wherever you find your podcast. And then my socials are Sam the Prince 14 on Twitter and on Instagram. And once again, my personal account is Sam the Prince 14 on Twitter and Instagram. And then we also have my podcast called Prince on the Pod, which can also be found on Instagram and wherever you find your podcasts.
Awesome, dude. This was such a blast, man. We got to do it again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it for having me on, Joe.